This is the story of two sons, one who was loved and one who was not. It was the elder son who won his parents' adoration. He was tall and blonde and robust, heroically handsome, breathtakingly charming. The younger son, the unfavored one, was a timid little boy with thick glasses and ears that stuck out and a chronically sickly child darkened in his elder brother's all-encompassing shadow. A misfit whose obtrusively second-class treatment caused a family friend to nickname him, despite his gender, Cinderella. It was the boy's father who set the formidable standards that poor little Cinderella could never seem to live up to. Dad was the big man in town, the police chief, the embodiment of the law and the role model for the community. His own athletic inclination caused him to demand a rivalry between his sons in every imaginable sport: running, wrestling, boxing, anything. And when the younger son would lose the contest, as most often he did, Dad would always rub it in. "Tell me which one of you is the best," the old man would demand. And humiliated, on the verge of tears, Cinderella would nod in the direction of his Adonic Olympian older brother. There may have been a terrible suspicion behind that blatant and digressive favoritism, for often after Dad had been out drinking with friends, he would come home and rave at his wife that this younger boy of theirs was not his. Yet whether the repeated accusation was inspired by additional knowledge or innate antipathy, the word bastard rang loudly in the little boy's ears, and once again, quietly as always, his heart would break. By the age of 10, Cinderella's fear of his father was so intense that the latter's raised voice was enough to make the child wet himself. And so, with no hope of ever attaining Dad's approval, the sad, sickly little boy indulged in the only thing left to him, a fantasy. A fantasy that someday, someway, he would be big, and he would be strong. He'd be big and strong enough to protect himself from the bullies of his childhood, his brother and his father. The older boy grew up, and he squandered his parents' incessant encouragement. He, with the head start, squandered the unequivocal favor which he received from his father. He became a drunk, a womanizer, continually embattled and indebted, drifting aimlessly from job to job. Time and again he ran afoul of the law. Only once was he arrested for assaulting an old lady. That landed him in prison for a year. And then one night, drunk and driving a girlfriend's car, he crashed and was killed. Home folks recall a notable absence from the funeral, that of the reckless young man's younger brother. And so you've heard a tale of two sons, one loved and one scorned, and yet the poignancy of its conclusion lies less in that the latter survived than in how he survived. By becoming bigger and stronger and self-esteemed thereby, you never even knew the errant son, the favored one, named Meinhard Schwarzenegger. But you know the kid brother now, the one with the thick glasses and the big ears, the boy who was once called Cinderella, unknowingly destined for the inaugural ball, the little fellow named Arnold Schwarzenegger.